will be our last best of 3 as we're going on in to our final set. Once again, in our top 8, last best of 3. See how this one is going to go. My goodness, Shadinx is like, yo, what is up? Let me just come out of the gate absolutely swinging right now.
Oh, yeah. Both these players are good. Swinging right out of the gates. Key getting crazy with those arrows, catching that jump in there with that up air. And the Gordo coming out swinging. This is what happens when you have to deal with Phantom. This DDD is turning up right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is now, Key has done a really good job of bringing back in terms of the damage here. But look at this. I like actually throwing out the Gordo, going for the inhale to prevent yourself from dropping too far down into Terry's tricks. And then throwing out the Gordo anyway. Key, though, stuck on the ledge. The power guys are not going to be enough to actually get Key there, but what Key is doing really smart is using a lot of these tilts to just keep Terry out. The hammer there especially has the stick on the Gordo, doesn't find the stop.
Yeah, getting able to get through that with that power dunk. Now Shadinx looking for that opening, getting a little too crazy there with that Buster Wolf on shield. Key, of course, playing very patiently with that shield under the platform. The Gordo not going to do it just yet. A lot of rage on this Terry. We saw what happened last set. We do not let Shadinx have any rage, and going to take it there with the side special. Very good with the Key of that first stock.
Oh no, Gordo coming back right for second hits, right as invincibility kind of runs out there for Shadinx. 11%, it's not going to be enough though, but I have to say, the way that Key is playing so safely, all of these aerials are so well spaced, it's really kind of allowed for Key to play a little bit more reserved here. But the thing is about Shadinx, Shadinx is trying to find an option, a way in, but honestly, because it's getting a little bit more predictable, Key is finding a lot of these openings to go in and then just say, you know what, let me just start kind of swinging on you. And honestly, it's all been for free. I mean, DDD should not be living this long against Terry Bogard, especially when we have had Go Meter before.
100%, yeah, you missed the opportunity to take the stock earlier there, and Key is taking all this rage and absolutely running with it. Going to set up the Gordo on ledge once more. Setting up Gordo from ledge, charging down smash, covering 4 of 5 options to get out of there. And Shadinx just getting called out time and time again because it's trying to get back on with an aggressive option. This Terry, this is not doing it for him right now. Cannot find any openings given how Key is covering the ledge so well.
Ooh, okay, roll through, but great coverage from Key once more. The up tilt there, very beautifully spaced, and now Key still sitting at 3 stocks, 165, 175 as well. Beautiful run-up grab, and now it's all the spacing game. Good nair, though, coming out from Shadinx, so we're able to hit Gordo away, but we need to hit King DDD at this point. 179, the F smash does not connect, but here comes the back throw, and this is what Key kind of specializes with. It will be, though, the trade from Gordo and the burn knuckle will get that first stock, but Shadinx has a long way to go.
Oh, finding a lot of damage there with that side special. Can knock out that Gordo as well. Shadinx doing a good job of finally swatting these back and keeping this DD at bay. Again, a little bit too late in the game, unfortunately. But Key just trying to find a landing here to get this Terry off stage whenever he can. Big pressure on that shield. Small shield means you gotta put the pressure up as this DDD. And Shadinx still keeping the pressure up regardless while playing around the platforms, but that up air just puts you in a pretty disadvantageous position.
Yeah, if I'm Key at this point, I'm really going to try and kind of like sense out the crash shoots a little bit more. But here we go. I mean, Shadinx off ledge here, but going to be able to poke the Gordo from below, hitting it back. But speaking of hitting it back, almost leads Shadinx into absolute demise here, as now Key still has 2 stocks with the jumping of the power geyser. It reaches such a high point, and Shadinx with a lot of rage. Shadinx has done an amazing job of bringing this back, but can we actually seal out the game? Great parry, my God. Oh, no!
Not going to find the sweet spot of that up tilt. Nick's still hanging on a lot. This Go Meter at 146. Could find a lot with this Terry rage, like we mentioned earlier. This Terry could absolutely eviscerate the stock, if anything. Oh, not going to find the jab into Buster Wolf just yet. He just waiting for the punish there. Down there into power dunk, a crazy conversion at 82%. He's got to be careful because this is low-key becoming an even game. As I say that, Buster Wolf is not going to take it.
Any other character, I think that actually would have been death. Finds the power wave onto the Gordo, too. All Shadinx has to do is essentially hold that. Power guys are not going to be enough. Looking for it, but it will be Key finding the forward air. But DDD a little bit slower, unable to get all the way through. The power geyser hits literally through the F-tilt. That's $5.99 if I've ever seen it. Bro paid for that plot armor.
Bro, I did the PS2 gasp. That was nuts. He gets the F-tilt. I'm like, oh, this game's over. Literally through the fire and the flames. we carry on. He finds it, and he takes it. Insane awareness from Shadinx that down
Bro
2
paid
stocks
for
and some
that
change.
Bro paid for
He
that
most
move.
certainly paid for the last stock.
He
I
paid
was
for
going to
that move.
mention how he waited too long in the game to adapt and playing well, like we saw with Arc and with King. But honestly, with a character like Terry, which is a heavier character, you do a lot more with Rage, it doesn't really matter. Because now you've got that mindset going into the rest of the set, and you won the first game.
I gotta be honest though. Look at Key. Key's like, yeah, okay, you got your one. Here we go. But now that you're fighting Shadinx, right? Now Shadinx is fighting all these disjoints, so you have to be a little bit more careful about how we're approaching here. Finds the nair, finds the up tilt as well. But look at this, Shadinx holding onto ledge really well. The rolls in, the rolls out, and now Key has to land not only safely, but get this advantage back into his favor here. Here comes Power Dunk. Momo, what does Key need to do now?
Key needs to definitely play a more patient game because, like you mentioned earlier, scrapping with Terry is not the move.
No.
Because a lot of characters cannot do that. DDD especially cannot do that. It's just all this rage on you, all this damage. You lose your stock relatively early. As I say that, with that up smash, Shadinx sitting here very comfortably on stage. If you're DDD, you need to play around your disjoints more and get this Terry off stage any way you can.
What game one was doing really well for Key was spaced everything, right? Space tilt, space back air, and we're not seeing that. We're trying to land into Terry with a lot of these nairs, and that's exactly what Terry wants.
I think he's
Terry
playing tilted, if anything.
That's true. A little bit more so, but now still once more we're kind of fighting Terry body to body instead of kind of projectile and kind of weapon to body, and that's kind of what's going on here. Finds the up smash, but it's not going to be enough. Key needs to get something going because honestly, 58% still not going to help us out too much here, but beautifully placed forward air, so we're starting to get something going, but Gordo actually going to come back and get the revenge hit.
Honestly, if Key playing that edge guard very well, honestly, I think you need to play more of that going into the rest of the set of just, hey, I'm DD, I have a million jumps, I need to play off stage, and every single time Terry even thinks about being off stage, I need to delete that stock. Because Shadinx is sitting way too comfortably here in center stage, especially given every single time DD lands. You land incorrectly, and your stock is getting absolutely eviscerated. He just trying his hardest to get back onto the stage, but Shadinx not letting him have it whatsoever. Unfortunately, missing up the punish there for an up smash, but still sitting here comfortably in center stage.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, right, does it really matter if you mess up the punish? Granted, once again, you're going body to body. You cannot go body to body. It has to be like spaced move versus not space move. A lot of these dash attacks in definitely, or not dash attacks in, a lot of these down tilts in are just kind of leading Key into getting kind of juggled here. And Shadinx holding on to lead really well, like the air dodge here, has the right idea to call out the jump here, but now here we go. Now from Key looking a little bit more space, a little bit more focus here. Want to see a little bit more grab, but once again, we're landing into Terry. Stop landing into Terry.
Stop pressing buttons on Terry's shield. He literally has a mechanic. They made up a move for him to deal with that.
That's true.
Which is hilarious. But
go meter.
Yeah,
Momo.
Go online. All this rage. You've got to be careful if you're Key. Remember what happened last game. This could be over if Key is not careful. Key, of course, the power geyser again. Oh my god. All right, let's relax. Let's calm down. Let's relax.
All right. Honestly, I do think that was a good power geyser if we had faced it the other way, right? Making me feel like that could be a misinput where we're not exactly like facing the right way, because that power geyser actually could have hit the Gordo into DDD again. But here's the inhales. This is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, kind of fighting projectile a little bit further away. And that's the thing too now, is that Shadinx stuck in the ledge, at least for the moment right now. Still, it's so difficult for Key to really kind of pick an option back in. Finds the tilt there, but can we find the stock? The bird knuckle going to lead Gordo back. You definitely need to get stock right now. Still though, saves the jump and the air dodge. That was great. Is that gonna be it? It is. It will be. Shadinx, a beautiful set here. My goodness.
And with a 2-0, an insane upset, Shadinx claims the first mid